All right. Well, good Monday morning to you, Faith Pocatello Daily here. It's October 4th, 2021. So we're just going to dive right back in. There's this big assembly. People don't know why they're there. Great as Artemis of the Ephesians. And so here we are at Acts chapter 19, verses 35 through 41. And then when the town clerk had quieted the crowd, he said, Men of Ephesus, who is there who does not know that the city of the Ephesians is temple keeper of the great Artemis and of the sacred stone that fell from the sky? Seeing then that these things cannot be denied, you ought to be quiet and do nothing rash. For you have brought these men here who are neither sacrilegious nor blasphemers of our goddess. If therefore Demetrius and the craftsmen with him have a complaint against anyone, the courts are open and there are proconsuls. Let them bring charges against one another. But if you seek anything further, it shall be settled in regular assembly. For we are really in danger of being charged with rioting today, since there is no cause that we can give to justify this commotion. And when he had said these things, he dismissed the assembly. Oh, someone of sound mind. But there's some interesting things that we need to see here. A lot of times Christians are known for what they're against and not what they're for. And this is a good thing to see because the town clerks he comes up, he says, look, they're not blaspheming our goddess. They're not sacrilegious. In fact, they're religious people who are proclaiming Jesus as God, is what we know. But they're not sitting there and saying your God's wrong. What they're doing is proclaiming Jesus as God. And I think it's interesting for us just to not feel like we have to sit there and be combative with other people and tell them that they're living horrible lives and that their God is fishing or their God is whatever, or that their Jesus is not the real Jesus. What we need to say is we know that Jesus is God, Jesus of the Bible, the one that Jesus came to earth and he ascended into heaven, and yet we know he's coming back. And so this is the Jesus who forgives our sin. This is the Jesus who his work on the cross was sufficient for all of mankind. And so we need to look at this and say, let's preach Jesus and him crucified, which Paul resolved to. And we see this happening here because even the town clerk was like, look, guys, they're not putting down our God. Now, it doesn't mean that you're giving your hand to that God and saying, oh, that God's fine too. What it means is you're focusing on Jesus and preaching Christ and letting the Holy Spirit do that work to find that their gods are leaving them wanting. And so may we exalt Jesus. May that be what we know. We preach Christ and him crucified. So may God richly bless your day. Keep it simple. Enjoy Jesus. Go and share life.